Well, folks, poor Donald Trump is just struggling like crazy to keep lawyers on his team. And on Friday, it was announced that one of the lawyers who had already left one of Donald Trump's teams has now left another one of Donald Trump's teams, citing irreconcilable differences. So just like you would see in a divorce filing, Donald Trump's lawyer has submitted a filing in court saying, I'm no longer going to represent this guy in his long shot lawsuit against CNN for alleged defamation because of irreconcilable differences. We're just two darn different people and we can't get along. Now, I gotta say, that's a new one, you know? Kind of sounds like you're breaking up with him. You dumped him for the second time. You know, we kind of thought maybe y'all could work things out, but instead we're back to this will they, won't they, Ross Rachel type thing. But I think at this point, I think that relationship is over, folks. I think we just need to let that ship sail. Jim Trusty is not coming back, Donald. He dumped you in the documents case, and now he's dumped you in your idiotic lawsuit against CNN, which, by the way, if you're not familiar with that one, Trump is actually suing CNN for defamation because they talked about the Russia scandal when it happened. And according to him, they also called him racist and compared him to Hitler. It's actually not defamation. They're a news organization. They're entitled to their opinions on opinion programming, so they can talk about that stuff, right? Actually, I don't even care what happens with it. I just don't want Trump to get any money. But either way, Jim Trusty says, I'm out. Now, this, of course, keeps in line with what happens to be a growing tradition now of lawyers dumping Trump. As I said, Jim Trusty's now dumped him twice on two different cases. Jim Parlatore recently left the team. John Rowley recently left the documents team. Donald Trump this past week, prior to his Tuesday arraignment, was calling all these lawyers in South Florida like, hey, I got to have a Florida lawyer represent me in this. That's part of the rules. Nobody wanted to do it. He was getting rejected left and right. He is in trouble because at this point, I don't think there is a decent, reputable attorney left in the United States that would be willing to take him on as a client. Hell, I mean, even Alan Dershowitz, who has been a vocal supporter of Donald Trump's legal problems, came out after the indictment and was like, this is strong. This is really bad for Donald Trump. I don't know how he fights it. Yeah, that's kind of paraphrasing what Dershowitz says, but even Dershowitz not on your side anymore, man. And Dershowitz actually helped Carrie Lake's lawyers with their filing with her trying to overturn the Arizona results. And even he's like, no, dude, you're screwed. Like, it's that bad for Donald Trump. Quality lawyers matter. And this man cannot attract any of them because no one, or he will not listen to anyone. And no one wants to take on a client that they know is not going to listen to them. So this is 100% Trump's fault. It is 100% his own fault. The indictment is 100% his own fault because he wouldn't listen to his lawyers and instead listened to the guy from Judicial Watch who didn't go to law school. But it is what it is. Trump's going to continue to struggle, and it is going to come back to bite him as hard as possible when he finally has to go to trial. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.